Number three is that all Chinese people are slim and not fat. Wrong. When you come to live in China, you're going to see some fat people. Yes, Chinese people, a lot of Chinese people, especially in southern China, are petite, have small body, very slim. And in China, many people don't want to add any kind of weight. They don't want to have weight, especially the women. They are very, very conscious of their weight. So naturally, these people have, petite body, and they keep trying whatever they can to keep it that way. And naturally, some people who have petite body do not get fat, no matter how they try. So a lot of people have that body, but some people here in China are fat. Overweight, obese, yes, there are people like that in China. So not all Chinese people are very slim and petite. But if you compare the overweight people, obese people in China to the slim people, the margin is very, very different. It's like just a few people that are overweight and a few people are obese. The majority of the people, especially here in southern China, are slim, but not all are slim. This is another misconception that people get, because most of the Chinese people that have been out of China, like, relocated to other countries from hundreds of years ago, mostly from southern China, Guangdong province to be specific. And a lot of them are small bodied people. Their body is very small. And so what you see in most countries around the world, the Chinese people you see over there are petite most of the time. So I guess that's where the misconception comes from. But not all Chinese people are slim. So that brings us to number 4. That all Chinese people eat dogs and cats and everything else they can find. Wrong. Wrong. Right here in China, there are vegetarians who don't eat meat at all. There are vegetarians who don't eat meat at all. And many people, many people have dogs as their pets, and cats, a whole lot of cats, especially this new generation. I'm going to make another video about this in the future. The new generation now have a lot of dogs and cats, and other kinds of pets, but mostly dogs and cats. So they don't eat dogs. There have been a lot of jokes, even before I came to China to live. There's been a lot of jokes about people making jokes, cooking cats. There was a video circulated about 3 or 4 years ago about a guy had a big pan, a big, like a frying pan with hot water in it, and he had the dog inside frying pan, backing, and then he using like a spoon to throw hot water on the dog. And the video, a lot of people were saying, wow, but you can't cook it alive, you need to kill it first, and this or that, all kinds of jokes. But what happened in the video was actually the dog caught a cold. The dog was freezing. I don't know if the dog was buried in the snow or whatever, something happened, but that dog was freezing cold. The fastest way to get a dog to warm up is to put it in that big frying pan with water, just like if you dip yourself in the hot water. I guess these people didn't have a bathtub, they didn't have a bathtub, and there was no other way. Put it in the big frying pan. Or maybe they were trying to make it look more humorous. But that was definitely not cooking a dog. But he went all over the internet, WhatsApp, Wechat, everywhere. Wow, most of the comments were coming from foreigners. You should kill it first before you cook it. And the dog, how can you be cooking a dog in a warm water in a frying pan? The dog is right there barking. He's not jumping out to run away or anything. And then the owner is throwing warm water on the dog. It was very clear. He was trying to keep the dog warm because the dog came out from snow or something. The dog caught a cold. So, but yeah, that video circulated in Western countries. It's gonna be very difficult to convince a whole lot of people that he wasn't cooking the dog alive. No. In China, many people, many people do not mess with dogs and cats. A few, a few people, a few people eat dogs. Since I've been here for many years, I've only seen one scenario, one incident where they were cooking dog. And don't say because I don't move around, and nobody moves around here more than me. I'm driving around all the time, checking on new stuff, exploring, adventurous. Yes, there are dog markets where they sell dog meat. Some people eat dogs, but many people in China are very disgusted about even the thought or the conversation about eating dogs. Is they don't want to hear that it's so bad. So, not all Chinese people eat dogs and cats and everything they can find. No, not. Wrong. Definitely, certainly, 100% wrong. That's a misconception. Because this particular thing, I'm not a dog lover. I like cats more. Give me preference. I would always prefer cats to dogs, especially those little dogs. I prefer big giant dogs. If I gotta keep a dog, it has to be like a big giant guard dog. But cats, yeah. But I know a lot of people who love dogs and who love cats, and a lot of people who don't want any kind of pet at all. But they don't eat dogs. They don't even eat meat. A lot of people here are vegetarians. So let's get that out of the way. Not all Chinese people eat dogs and cats. So if you're afraid to go to eat from Chinese people or whatever because you think they use their pot to cook dogs, that's bullshit. Not all Chinese people eat dogs and cats. In fact, comparing many people in northern China eat more beef and goat meat, sheep and all that, but definitely not dogs. So that out of the way. Now, number 5, and will be the one that I will use to conclude this video, would be a lot of people have this concept also that many Chinese people don't wear nice clothes, don't know how to dress, and not fashionable. I used to think that way too until I came to China. Because a lot of Chinese in other countries, a lot of them, let's say people who run Chinese restaurants, Chinese supermarkets, and the people who work for them, most of the people who run those restaurants, if they are like older people over 40, 50, 60 years old, and then they have other people working for them, most of those people in that age group, they go from their villages. The first time they cross a major city or go to a major city is that day they're going to go to the airport. They get to bring them to the airport, from there fly them, boom, go over there. A lot of those people, I know a lot of them personally because I had a lot of Chinese friends before ever coming to China. So a lot of them, what they do is, let's say they work in a restaurant, they work in a Chinese restaurant, and let's say a person who is a chef in a Chinese restaurant or a cook, every day he spends most of his time 16 hours or longer in the restaurant, in the kitchen cooking. And then the oil is, messing up his clothes all the time. And the only time he has outside of the kitchen is go to sleep, go to rest. Most of them, we buy their clothes in China. And the clothes they came out of China with, they're going to wear it for as long as possible. And when they compare the price of clothes, let's, for example, the price of t-shirt, the price they buy it in China, a t-shirt for 20 yuan, 25 yuan is a good quality t-shirt. 25, and it's like about less than $5. And then you go to buy that same shirt or something similar in whatever country you live, it costing about 10, 15, $20. Manage whatever they have, wait until someone, because they always coordinate, they always work in groups, coordinate with each other. Every now and then, someone will bring a container from China. So they always coordinate with their families and friends in China, buy them the clothes they need, buy them things they need, put in the person's container. And when the container arrive to wherever they live, they go to carry the box or whatever, and then pay the person some money, whatever they agreed on. So a lot of them will save their money and do not buy a whole lot of things outside. This is why you hear Chinese people are cheap. They never buy this. And then, okay, they have the supermarket, they have the restaurant, and then they buy their clothes from China. So they don't really buy anything from you. So because everything they need, they get it from China, which is cheaper, more economical. Makes sense. So, and then they wear that until whenever whenever that is out of fashion, then they will buy another one.